Hello there, everybody, and it's been a long time, I know, but I'm back, and I do apologise about that. So, I'm TubeMix or Will, either will do, and this is going to be, well, a bit of an update video, I suppose, and some other stuff, I suppose. Well, like, of course, the recent returns of David Tennant and Catherine Tate, if you've not heard, are returning to Doctor Who for its 60th anniversary year. So going to be talking about that, and also what's happening with the album reviews, because there hasn't been one for quite a long time. But yep, they'll still be continuing. So just a little more news about that. So yeah, lots to get through, right? So first, first before that, we now know who will be the Doctor at some point. Whether it is after Jodie Whittaker or after David Tennant, it's a bit up in the air. But Shakuti Gatwa. If you've seen Netflix Sex Education, I haven't, but I will be watching a few episodes, I think, just to see if he's Doctor material. Yes, he was announced as the next Doctor, except potentially this could be a little bit up in the air, because then we got the news that after many months of rumours and speculation, David Tennant and Catherine Tate are returning to Doctor Who as, presumably as the 10th Doctor, and Donna Noble. But the fact is, it's not all it seems. He's been spotted with a new costume and what looks like a new Sonic in filming pictures and some videos that I've seen from filming. So yes, I mean, there's theories about him. Something gone wrong with the regeneration. Jodie's Doctor sort of degenerates into David, and then regenerates into Shakuti. Or, does it turn out that David is the parallel universe Doctor? Because if you remember, Rose, Billie Piper, she returned to the parallel world, and she lived with a parallel version of, another version of the Doctor. So I'll explain to you basically the gist of it. So David Tennant's first proper story, that was the Christmas Invasion, the 2005 Christmas special, the newly regenerated 10th Doctor engages in a duel with the Sycorax, and the Sycorax cuts off the Doctor's hands. Now, because he's in the first 15 hours, I think, of his regeneration cycle, he's able to regrow his hand. Now, the hand that was chopped off is then retrieved by Captain Jack Harkness, John Barrowman, off screen, and it's in Torchwood. Now, I've only seen bits and pieces of Torchwood, but it gets put in a jar. Then Jack has the hand in the jar, and it's somehow, this is the bit that confuses me. I mean, we see it in Utopia, when Jack, of course, catches up with the Doctor, and Martha Jones, Freema Agyeman, his assistant companion. So yes, now the Doctor later took the jar and put it in his TARDIS, and David Tennant's Doctor was then shot by a Dalek, which, of course, as you know, if the Doctor is injured or ill, he or she have the ability to regenerate, to keep their memories, but have a slightly different personality and face. So yes. So anyway, so he regenerates, but he doesn't completely change. What he does is he puts the energy into the jar with the hand, so that he doesn't have to change. Donna then, while she's trapped in the TARDIS, touches the jar with the hand, because something's weird going on, I think, with all the energy. She touches it, and it creates a Time Lord Metacrisis, a half-human Doctor. So this Doctor does have the ability to regenerate. Oh, no, sorry, no, he has one heart, yeah. And he doesn't have the ability to regenerate, but he looks the same and has the same memories. But the Doctor sends him to live with Rose because he's too dangerous, because he committed genocide, effectively. And so he ends up living in the parallel world with Rose. So yes, it's going to be very interesting, isn't it? Where this all fits in. Now, one side of me thinks the Doctor degenerating, something going wrong, is good. The other side of me says, I don't know, could I take the idea seriously? Now, if it was for a children needed comic relief special, then of course they tend to be slightly more of a spoof. So I suppose you could get away with having a bit of fun with it. But for it to be taken seriously, I just have visions of, let's say, for example, David Tennant's Doctor, and because he's, of course, everything's going wrong, he ends up degenerating into Christopher Eccleston. Just before it happens, it says to, let's say, Kate Stewart, and because hang on, I just have to sit down on this bench, and then you see him turn into Christopher Eccleston, turn back into Christopher Eccleston. So yes, how do you do it without it being, being taken seriously? And the other interesting thing is, how do we think the 13th Doctor, Jodie Whittaker, is going to die? Now, of course, the Doctor does regenerate, but they do kind of die. You know, as the Doctor says himself, as the Doctor says themselves, some new man goes sauntering away, and I'm dead. Yes. So yes, it's going to be interesting, isn't it? Yes. Now, I was never the biggest fan of Donna and Catherine Tate in general, but her storyline ended up being really heartbreaking. So I'll just recap for you. So basically, as I told you, Donna touched the hand in the jar, which made into the half-human Doctor, the Doctor Donna, because it was made out of a bit of her and the Doctor. Because of that, Donna's mind is burning up because it's too much. So the Doctor has to take the really sad and very tragic step of wiping her memory, all the adventures that they did together, because she can't remember anything, because if she does, her mind will burn and she will die. Now, she does very, very briefly remember in The End of Time, which is David Tennant's finale, his last regular appearance, before he hands over the keys to Matt Smith. Donna ends up remembering very briefly about her adventures with the Doctor, but then she, sort of has regeneration energy, but she doesn't change, and it knocks her unconscious. Now she remembers because, you know, things are going strange. The Master has basically turned everyone on Earth into himself. Yes, this was quite a bonkers story. One which was very funny, but also very sad and dark. I think it got those spot on, I think. That's a great writer. And of course, Russell T Davies, who wrote that, is coming back as well. Now, I have to say, it's really good to be getting excited about Doctor Who again, because this last series and series 12 have just not been good, and even series 11 wasn't great at all. And it's not Jodie's fault. She's not the problem. It's the writing, Chris Chibnall. It's just not been great. And when he was announced he was taking on the job and replacing Stephen Moffat, I thought, well, do you know what? I like 42. I really like that episode. I like The Power of Three that he wrote for Matt Smith. So I actually thought the Silurian story, well, it was all right. I wouldn't say it's a classic, in my opinion. So I thought, yeah, I'm actually looking forward to this. And I thought Moffat, didn't exactly do the best job. Sorry, excuse me. So wasn't doing the best job that he was at the start, basically. So yes, I was ready to welcome Chibnall in open arms, but it's not been a very good era in my opinion. I never wanted Bradley Walsh, and I could not see Graham for being anything other than Bradley Walsh. Same with John Bishop. Dan, he does seem to just be there for comic relief, really, to make the audience laugh, and he doesn't really seem to do much. And yeah, I just think it's John Bishop playing himself, really. So yes, it's going to be interesting, isn't it? What do you think? Do you think it's going to be the Doctor? Is something going to go on with the? Is something going to go wrong with the regeneration, or do you think it's the parallel universe Doctor? Maybe Rose has passed away, which would be really tragic. But I suppose Rose did have a happy ending, so with Rose to go, and then the Dr. Donna. So the Meta-Crisis Doctor, I don't know what to call him. Let's just call him the other Doctor, is in grief and anger and goes full on, Time Lord victorious. Of course, we saw the real 10th Doctor go into very briefly before he came to his senses, but this could be potentially a really darker Doctor. So we will see. Yeah, I was never a fan of Donna. I found her too mouthy, to be honest, and I much preferred Rose and Martha and then Amy. In fact, I've actually grown more fond of Martha because I've been going through a few clips, old clips, and I've grown less fond of Rose, actually. I don't know, I just start to find her annoying. But yeah, we'll just have to wait and to wait and see. But yes, I'm really looking forward to Shakuti, and if Russell T Davies can't save Doctor Who, then no one can. Oh, excuse me. So we'll have to wait and see. Yes, it's going to be interesting. So, and will it be a single 60th anniversary special, or will it be multiple specials? So yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Let's see the other thing. Oh yes, so I've decided I'm going to redo the album reviews. I mean, I've already redone new titles and new music for episode 2. However, that's going to now become episode 1 because I figured it's a bit messy because obviously episode 1 I said was the Michael Bublé Christmas album, but then I thought actually, no, why don't I do those again? And that could be TubeMix's Christmas album reviews. Sort of a mini series of its own and much more tidier. So episode 1 is going to be Bob the Builder, never mind the Breeze Box, that will be next Saturday. And yeah, I just think, and also, it's occurred to me, some of the album reviews are really long, and I'm going to try sort of shorten them a bit, so it gives me another chance to do it as well, because it's actually really hard watching some of the clips that I've done because they're so long. So yes, I'm going to be redoing them, and they're going to be on from next Saturday onwards. But yeah, I just wanted to, give you a bit of news about what's going on with them, and yeah, talk a bit about Doctor Who. I mean, I'm really, really excited about Doctor Who again, and that hasn't happened for a long time at all, really. But it's just great to get that feeling once again, and seeing those pictures of David Tennant filming, reminded me of the times I was looking at photos and articles of him filming scenes for the end of time. I remember seeing pictures of him filming with the late great Liz Sladen as Sarah Jane Smith, because if you remember well, it got leaked, which of course is if you're filming in a public location where public go around, you're not really going to be able to keep that secret. It's a fact. Studio filming is, well, again, maybe, well, it's not exactly impossible, but it is very tricky. So yeah, Bernard Cribbins was spotted off set, and he's 93. The guy's an absolute legend, not just from being in Doctor Who, but of course I have so much respect for him, from narrating and doing the voices of the Wombles to the Carry On films. Ooh, sorry. And of course, Right Said Fred and The Hole in the Ground as well. Did quite a few novelty records as well. So I have absolute respect for that man. And he's 93, that's amazing, and has Parkinson's, apparently. He was diagnosed in 2013. So the fact that he's still filming, he's still continuing to work, especially after his wife's passing as well, is just amazing. And it'll be great to see him back. It'll be great to see David back. And, well, I guess it will be great to see Catherine back, because despite me not liking Donna, it will it will bring back a lot of nostalgia for me. So I suppose that's a good thing. My only hope is, my only fear, is that a lot of people have said this as well. They hope that Russell is not sort of retreading old ground, basically. So hopefully we're not just, hopefully there'll be more Doctors coming back. I would love to see Peter Capaldi, Christopher Eccleston and Paul McGann. Matt Smith, well, yeah, I don't know. I don't think we had the 50th with him and David Tennant. So I think it'd be really great to see McGann, Eccleston and Capaldi for me. Those are the three that I really want to return. But yeah, we'll have to see. And Yasmin Finney, if you've watched Heartstopper, I'd never even heard of him. She's been cast as a new character called Rose, funnily enough. Now, Russell T Davies wasn't giving much away, but the rumour is, and of course these are rumours, these are not official, so take it with a huge pinch of salt, but that Donna ends up having a daughter. She ends up naming it Rose because she's got little fragments in her mind. Now, because of Donna's sort of half Time Lord, half human, the baby helps reduce the strain on the the regeneration in her, and that means her mind might not burn up anymore, and she might end up remembering the Doctor. In which case, I think actually that wouldn't be too bad, because her having a daughter and her having memories of fragments of the Doctor, and because the daughter, reduces the strain, actually, I wouldn't mind that. I think that actually wouldn't be too bad. And yeah, it'd be pretty emotional for the Doctor, certainly, to be back with Donna, because yeah, they were just unlike Rose and Martha to an extent, although the Doctor didn't love Martha, but Martha did. Donna was just a mate to the Doctor, and the Doctor was the same to Donna. You know, there was never any romance there. It was just simply a mate. In fact, there's this funny line. I just want to mate you. To which Donna says, "You're not mating with me, sunshine." So yeah, that is kind of funny. So yeah, I suppose it'll be, it will be great to see Donna back, even though she's not my favourite, but still, it will remind me of a really great era overall. So yeah. Right, I think that's everything. So yes, next Saturday onwards, it's going to be the album reviews redone. I've already got the music. I've already got the titles. I'll have to rejig a couple of things, but yeah, hopefully it won't take too long, and hopefully I can get it. Obviously it doesn't always happen, and it's not always successful, but I do try and aim to get it on, Saturday. That's the aim. So yeah, no promises, but that's certainly the aim. I will try my best. Next Saturday onwards, redone album reviews, and then what will happen? One more thing before I go. The Michael Bublé Christmas reviews will be redone again, and they'll be done TubeMix's Christmas album reviews. Anyway, that's a long way away off. So first of all, yeah, next Saturday, TubeMix's album reviews. It'll be episode 1, and they'll be redoing Bob the Builder's Never Mind the Breeze Blocks from 2008. So I hope you can join me then. If you want to, feel free to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the TubeMix channel, YouTube channel, and I will hopefully see you next Saturday. Alright, cheers everybody, stay safe, bye bye.